What's going on, guys? Welcome to Creative D&D. I keep wanting to say Stay Creative. That's the name of the business where I write for people. By the way, if you want me to write for you, check the link in the description. Go to our Fiverr. We will happily write for you, or send us an email at davidanddonnacreative@gmail.com, and we can work something out. We love writing. We're writing a lot of stuff. That's what we do, and we want to write for you. But anyway, today I wanted to do a video kind of just randomly, ranking all of the live-action Spider-Man suits. Spider-Man is my favorite character of all time, period. I love him with all my heart. You know how like people think, what would Jesus do? I think, what would Spider-Man do? Like, he's that important of a character to me. And one of the most important things to me whenever he's getting a new live-action rendition is, what's the suit going to look like? Because I'm a big fan of his classic, good old-fashioned Spider-Man. It's very important to me that suits not stray too far from that. Now, I say that, which might actually surprise some of the rankings on the list, but anyway, let's jump right into it. Oh, wait, real quick, actually, honorable mentions are the Into the Spider-Verse suits and the actual advanced suit from Spider-Man PS4. I didn't include them because I wanted to do the live-action suits, and they're technically not live-action, but they are very cinematic suits. You know, I think that they're at least worth a mention, and saying that if I was just breaking every Spider-Man suit, all of the suits from Into the Spider-Verse would be up there pretty high. I love just Peter B. Parker. I love just the look of actual Spider-Man. Miles' suit in that is the best Miles' suit has ever been. Spider-Man Noir, it's all great. So I love Into the Spider-Verse suits. And the Spider-Man PS4 suit, at first I hated it, but actually playing the game made me fall in love with that advanced suit. I love all the suits in that game, but the advanced suit just works so well for me, and I'm not sure why. I think it's a great suit. But anyway, with that being said, with those honorable mentions being said, we're going to jump right into... Oh, wait, one more thing. I'm also not going to include the human spider suit or that thug-looking suit from The Amazing Spider-Man, because they would be at the bottom. They would be at the bottom of it anyway. Human Spider above it. You know, I love Human Spider and all, but like, I'm not going to put it above actual suits. So coming in at... Oh, wait, also one more thing. I keep realizing. You have the black suit from the Raimi Suit. That's kind of going to go wherever I put the Raimi Suit. Not to spoil where I'm going to put it, but that would just go behind wherever I put the Raimi Suit. I just kind of included that as one because they're so similar. There are differences. There are plenty of differences with the spider and, of course, the color. But I'm just going to put that next to the Raimi Suit. So, coming in at number 8, we have the suit from The Amazing Spider-Man 1. It's a fine suit. I do like them doing something different. I don't think any of the suits on this list are actually bad. This one is just so out there that I couldn't get behind it. I do appreciate it, and it's not that bad, and I don't hate it. But if they would have cut that for The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I would have been like, okay, we need a new suit. Like, I think it's fine as like a first suit, but I want to see it grow. It looks... The textures are so weird. The patterns are so weird. I hate the yellow eyes, like the sunglasses. But I see what they were going for, so I do appreciate it. But it's just not a very good-looking suit. And what's funny is there's actual suits that are higher up on the list that are less like the classic Spider-Man suit, but I just think they look better. And this one just does not look very good. But I think that was kind of on purpose, but still, that doesn't make it good. Coming in at number 7, we have the Night Monkey suit from Spider-Man Far From Home. I think it was just a fun little joke suit. It didn't... I don't like Spider-Man Far From Home for a couple of reasons, and this is one of them. It's so forced, the whole, like, yeah, we need you to be in a stealth suit. People don't realize that Spider-Man was in... What? Shut up. That's such BS. Like, people are going to look at that and say, oh, it's Spider-Man because he's swinging around on webs. Like, that's so stupid. It's so forced just to get another suit in there. But I do like the way the suit looks. I think it's a really cool-looking suit. I think it fits that perfect mix of, like, Spider-Man working for S.H.I.E.L.D. I love the goggles on it. I love the vest. I love everything about it. I think it is a beautiful suit. But it just didn't come up higher than other ones because it's so far from like a classic Spider-Man suit, and it feels so forced, but it's fine. I do think it's a beautiful looking suit. That's the Night Monkey suit. Coming in at number 6, we have the Iron Spider-Man suit from Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, and the end of the end of Spider-Man Homecoming. I think this was a great interpretation of the Iron Spider suit from the comic books. I've seen some concept art of like what it was going to look like and actually look more like the comic books, and I think that would have been way better. But I still am happy with what we got here. I think it works really well for Infinity War and Endgame. It makes sense. He's going into space. He's facing these bigger things. Let's give him an Iron Spider suit, and it just kind of makes him feel like he belongs there a bit more. I think it looks great. It still very much looks like Spider-Man. You look at it, you see that's Spider-Man, but it's obviously teched up, and I think it's a suit that Tony Stark would definitely make. I do love the look of it, and I think it was a really great suit. I kind of hope that they don't keep using it. Like the problem with it is it doesn't quite make sense now why Spider-Man would ever not use that. I mean, I know in Far From Home they kind of, he didn't bring it to Europe, so he doesn't have to use it. But like now that he's back in the States, it doesn't make any sense why he would never not use the Iron Spider suit. Even his upgraded suit, it's not the Iron Spider suit, so that kind of bothers me, and I don't want to see him use it a lot. I like the idea of it being there for like special occasions though, and I think it does look beautiful. I love the spider going around. I love the colors of it. It's kind of black, kind of blue, kind of feels like Ditko in that way, The use of gold in there is really great. I really do like this suit, but it doesn't quite work for me like the other suits. So coming right up after that is the homemade suit from the MCU, from a little bit of Civil War, and then a big part of that is in Homecoming. This suit is so charming in so many ways, and it really does feel like a great interpretation of what would Peter Parker be able to do. Like the Amazing Spider-Man suit from the first one, it's supposed to feel like, oh, this is what he could actually make. No, he couldn't. No one could actually make that. Like a teenager cannot make that. But this, a teenager could totally make that. You get blue sweatpants and a blue sweater and a red hoodie, cut the sleeves off and spray paint it. Like, that's great. I love that. I think that's a great interpretation of that. I think it's so charming and simple looking and really nice and fun. And I like the idea of it a lot, that this is what he was going with before he got his Stark suit. And I think it's great. I love the suit. It's something about it just really works for me. Obviously better than Human Spider or the Thug suit from The Amazing Spider-Man. Because this one feels like a real Spider-Man suit. I think it's great the way it was used in the movie. Also, of him having to go back to that whenever his actual suit gets taken away. And I think that's probably my favorite part of Homecoming, is because I hate the idea that he has like an AI and all this crap in his suit now. That's not Spider-Man to me. I don't like him being Iron Man. He's Spider-Man, not Iron Man. So him going back to this classic suit, I really appreciate. Also, I think it just looks really cool. Obviously inspired by the Ben Reilly suit, the Scarlet Spider, which I'm a big fan of. Okay, I understand the Clone Saga sucks. I like the way the suit looks. That's what I'm saying. I like the way the suit looks, and it's very inspired by that. I think it's just really charming. It really works for me. So coming up after that, we have the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. This is probably the closest to a classic Spider-Man suit that we've ever gotten, that we're ever going to get. It is ripped straight off of the comics. I think there's like the only difference is the logo on the chest and on the back. Other than that, it is pitch perfect Spider-Man. Like, it is nothing crazy. All these suits are trying to do something crazy or different. Amazing Spider-Man 2 did a great job just saying, like, okay, people hated the first suit. We got to do something different here. What can we do? Let's just take it back to basics, baby, and let's just make a good-looking Spider-Man suit. So I really appreciate that about it. Something that kind of bothers me is the way that the arms, kind of like the red on the arms gets really thin at one point, and then also kind of like the way it curves up around the forearms. It's kind of weird to me, but other than that, it's just such a beautiful looking suit. It's so cool. Andrew Garfield looks great in it, the lankiness and everything like that. The material of it kind of looks like a little shiny to me sometimes in certain scenes, and that kind of bothers me. I don't like the shine. But I mean, it's just straight up classic, like McFarlane-esque Spider-Man, and I love that about it. The eyes are amazing. It's a great suit, and I really appreciate what they did there. Too bad the movie is god-awful. Second worst Spider-Man movie. The first worst Spider-Man movie is Far From Home. Far From Home sucks. But, anyway, moving on from that, we got the MCU suit. That means the Homecoming suit and the suit that was used in Civil War. A little bit in there, Infinity War. That's what I'm talking about here. I think that this suit is a great mix of all the technology that's been established in the MCU at that point, and also just a classic looking Spider-Man. And I think if you take away like the belt stuff and the black, then this is the closest looking we've ever gone to a classic Spider-Man suit. I think it is gorgeous. I love the way the colors look. I love the way the webs look. Colors are important to me. Like, colors and material looking like it has to be perfect to me, and this is perfect. The black at first really bothered me, but it really works, I think. Fitting in, like, the different technology, and it breaks up the suit really nicely, I think, and it makes it be like, yeah, this is definitely an MCU suit. I appreciate that. I'm fine with the utility belts. I want the black around it. I think it looks gorgeous. Little honorable mention real quick. The unused, like, practical suit from Civil War, I think is great as well. I don't quite like it as much, because I don't like the pure black webbing. Like, it just doesn't work for me that way, but I think it is a great looking practical suit. I hate the overuse of CGI in the Marvel movies. It's insane. Just make a suit. It's made out of cloth. Like, just make the suit, you know. But so they did. I like that they did that with that unused suit. But still, I think the what they decided on is perfect. The mask has never been better. Tom Holland's a great Spider-Man. This fits him perfectly. The eyes are amazing. I love the way that they use technology to make it like the eyes expanding and getting smaller when he's intense, everything like that. I think that works amazing. I love that about it. I think that the colors are pitch perfect. The web is perfect. The black really grows on me, and I really start to appreciate that. The MCU suit is gorgeous. And coming in after that is actually a weird pick for me, because I said at the beginning of the video that I really love the classic red and blue Spider-Man suit. But coming in at number 2 is actually the upgraded suit from Spider-Man Far From Home. I even said I hated that movie, but this suit, I hated it. I hated it. Like, no, black and red, no, blue and red. But then, started thinking about it. I looked up at, like, the pictures that I have around my room of, like, the Ditko Spider-Man, and I'm like, you know what? This really works, doesn't it? Because from my understanding, Ditko kind of intended for the blue to be black. And so when you take that into consideration, this suit looks freaking awesome. And then when I just take away my personal bias and I just look at the suit, this is probably the best looking suit. Even better than my number 1 suit, which you figured out by now, I'm sure. But this is probably the best looking suit of all of them. It is gorgeous. The way the colors work, the way the textures and the materials all flow together. I love the there's a live action version of it that looks great. I think it looks so amazing swinging through. I love this suit. I think it's a great suit. I had to get past it that it's not red and blue, but you just interpret it as, how does it look? Gorgeous. It is amazing. But coming in at number 1 is, of course, you figured it out by now, the Sam Raimi suit. I'm including all 3 of them, and even the black one in this entry. I know that there's a bit of a difference between 1, 2, and 3, like very small differences, but I'm just going to include it in 1, because all 3 of them, if I included all of them separately, they'd all be at the top 4 or whatever. Now, there's a bit of a bias coming in here, a bit of a nostalgic rose-colored glasses, rose-tinted glasses, I mean. I know, I accept it, I acknowledge it, don't care. This is the best looking suit that Spider-Man's ever gotten. It perfectly captures exactly what Spider-Man is, while also making it look very Hollywood, but in a good way, of like making it look high budget, well produced. I love that there's no... So the reason this gets above the MCU suits is because there's no BS around it. There's no black lining. There's no utility belts. There's no Karen in the mask. There's no No stupid stuff, you know, none of that. We don't need any of that. Sam Raimi knew, like, we don't need any of that. All we need is for him to wear a red and blue suit that has webs. The raised webbing, okay, it's not comic accurate, right? But I think it looks gorgeous. The silver raised webbing, it looks so amazing. It adds so much texture and life and body to it. I love the colors in it. I think it fits that universe perfectly while being inspiring, but you know, just a little bit darker than usual. I love the eyes. I love the way that the mask looks. I love the way it all flows together. It is straight up just Spider-Man, you know, like there's no crazy stuff. There's no black linings or utility belts, or it's just, this is the Spider-Man suit and now it's live action. Perfect, right? Yes, it is. Now you could say that the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit is that, but better. I disagree, only because when I look at the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, a couple of the textures of it and a couple of the ways that the way the suit shines and the way that it just doesn't look, the way that the textures look on that suit just don't work for me all the time. And sometimes I look at it and I think, like, wow, is he wearing like a satin suit right now? Like is he like a male stripper Spider-Man? Like, just the way he looks sometimes. So that kind of bothers me, but Raimi's suit never has that problem. It is the perfect Spider-Man suit. This is rose tinted glasses. I'm sorry, forgive me, but every suit you see, every video you see is gonna have that, right? But I love the Raimi suit. It looks amazing in the PS4 game also. I love the boots. That's another thing. I love just the simple, like, he's putting on boots and it's red. Like, I love, there's no weird like curving to it. I love the way the arms like flow. That's why it's also, I think, it's better than the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. I like that there's no like thin red line connecting the shoulders and the forearms. It just all flows perfectly together. And you know it's good because they only had to make extremely minor changes to it between 1, 2, and 3. They didn't have to do anything crazy because they got it right the first time. The black suit, I think, works perfectly for that universe of being just a true like doppelganger to Spider-Man. The way that the symbol looks is great. I love the eyes. I love the black. I think that's a great interpretation of the Venom character in the Venom suit. Spider-Man 3 is the most underrated movie ever made, I swear. But yeah, I love the Raimi suit. I mean, of course, I'm sorry. Kill me in the comments for being biased. Please feel free. I've accepted it and I'm willing to take it because I love this suit with all my heart. But anyway, that's my rankings, guys. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, turn on the notification bell, all that jazz, you know. And tell me what you want to see more of next. More videos will be coming. I pinky promise from the bottom of my heart. And check out the description for all the stuff that Stay Creative offers. This has been David from Stay Creative. Stay creative.